Hi, I'm Chris Ray. I'm 34 years old, competing in the 105 plus kilogram class. I started weightlifting in 1992. I had a bit of a break in the middle, but yeah, 22 years. My brother actually got identified through Talent ID. I went along with him when I was about 10 years old. I had a go at it. He ended up not continuing with weightlifting, and when I turned 12, he got sent a letter asking me to come back. I think my best moment was when I won gold in the 2006 Commonwealth Games. There's a few other ones which were close. Youngest Australian to clean and jerk 200 kilograms, probably pretty high up there as well. In weightlifting training, it's all pretty stock standard, lifting bars and whatever else. I've done a few strongman comps, and that's when you start lifting the interesting things. Just doing a log lift in general, just the size of what you're trying to lift is pretty different. Lifting up kegs and irregular stones. They're probably the most interesting things, and yeah, but definitely not as part of a weightlifting program. Not necessarily superstitions, but I do have a set program in terms of what I go through before a competition. A lot of it's nothing particularly interesting, like no pair of socks or anything like that, but yeah, it is a fairly structured day for a competition day. Probably my first coach. He was the person that had the greatest influence on my development as a weightlifter and really shaped the lifter that I became. I'm not really someone who looks towards individuals, in terms of, wow, he lifts really big weights. But yeah, my coach, he's the person who shaped me, has made me the person that I am. Again, I admire people that really go out and try their hardest to achieve, whatever they may want to achieve. And, they don't necessarily have to get there, but anybody that gives absolutely 100% towards any kind of a goal is a bit of a hero to me. I'm a pretty big reader, so, I read a lot, listen to music a fair bit. Really sort of fairly sedentary, relaxed, activities. I've thought about this and I couldn't give you an answer. I've seen lots and lots of movies, and depending on my mood, depending, how my day's been and everything else, it changes moment to moment. Pretty simple for me. Love, a good steak.
Have you had any really embarrassing moments as a weightlifter?
I've had lots of different embarrassing moments, but probably the most embarrassing, I was quite young when I did this, but I was doing a clean and jerk and managed to hit my chin as I was driving up into the jerk position. I shocked myself so badly that I dropped the weight. I managed to hit my forehead on the way back down, ended up bruised and battered on my chin and my forehead, all in one lift.
What about that moment at the 2006 Games?
Everyone else made a big deal about that. It doesn't really faze me in the slightest. Whiskey, kilts, and bagpipes.